You're watching KREX 5 News.
Well, one of the biggest differences between today and yesterday, the lack of cloud coverage outside, but also the humidity levels are drying out. They're decreasing, and that makes it a little bit tolerable if you're outside working. Certainly that was the case for me between yesterday and today. The current temperatures right now, upper 90s for Grand Junction, middle 90s at Montrose. Even though the high temperatures are indicated here, these are not official yet, but this is an improvement over yesterday, and this is slightly above average temperatures for early July. But we knew this. We were heading into a bit of a hot stretch, and that's going to continue through the weekend and into next week. But into next week also means that with the hot temperatures, we also will increase the humidity levels, and we'll have incoming storms for a couple of afternoons. So that's going to have another round of, dare I say, muggy conditions on the western slope. It is possible. Current wind speeds right now, there's not much wind out there, about the 10-mile-per-hour zone. Top wind gusts of the day for Montrose between 10 and 15, but more on the 10-mile-per-hour side. Grand Junction a little bit closer to the 15-mile-per-hour top wind gust. We are not talking about storm-associated wind gusts. Now, we may Sunday afternoon, we have a bit of a disturbance that's going to wiggle through, but all in all, on radar right now, our forecast today called for any storms in the mountain zones, but particularly, take a look at this, east of the divide. And that's exactly what we have along the I-25 urban corridor, even further out into the eastern plains of Colorado. That's the storm activity. Now, the forecast, that's what we called, and that's exactly what we got. We got clear skies today, lingering mountains, partly cloudy skies in the mountain zones. We went with slightly warmer temperatures today. For Saturday, the valleys and mountains will remain storm-free. We have a high-pressure system nudging in. This is going to anchor itself over the Four Corners region this weekend. That means we'll get a continuation of the dry conditions, and we will also experience a significant warm-up. We'll probably add about 5 degrees to today's high temperatures for tomorrow. Now, that will put many of us into low 100-degree readings, triple digits. Grand Junction's already experienced 3 of those days so far this year. We're looking like we're going to bag our 4th. I think Saturday's likely going to be the hottest of the weekend days, and as that high-pressure system continues to anchor over the Four Corners region, it cuts itself off from any subtropical tap, and we will not have storm coverage. But that all changes on Sunday. There's a little bit of a wiggle with that high-pressure system. It starts to nudge a little bit to the east in response to Pacific Northwest low-pressure systems just cruising up and over our ridge of high pressure. Remember, our ridge of high pressure is the heat dome. And when those storms ride up and over it, they transport moisture. So we're going to get a little bit of that Sunday afternoon, that moisture transport, because our high gets dislodged. We'll still be hot. We won't be hotter than Saturday, but with that high pressure system getting dislodged a little bit, I think our Four Corners region may see a little bit of a subtropical tap, maybe some storm coverage for the San Juan. So if you're going to be there this weekend for camping, hiking, or gold panning, just remember your lightning protocol. I think we'll see some storms developing Sunday afternoon. We could even see some of these storms migrating over the Montrose area, right off the mountains, the mesas, and the plateaus. So it doesn't take a lot. We just need to inject some moisture, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So the rain potential starts to increase, albeit slightly, on Sunday afternoon. Now, the stretch of hot weather will continue, folks, all the way through next week. I don't know if you recall, but on this day last summer, that's when Grand Junction hit our 107. That's the day that we hit our all-time high temperature record. Now, thankfully, today we were not at the triple digits, but we were hot. We were hotter than the average. We should be about 95 in Grand Junction. You don't see those on the board anytime soon. Low 60s, that's about our average low temperature in the morning. So our morning starts are going to be mild, and that's just perfect for getting out, doing some chores, getting some work done before the heat of the day settles in. Now, the weekend on Sunday, I think we'll see some clouds developing, but then we dry out Monday, and then back in it after Wednesday, we could see another bit of a subtropical source region filtering in those rain chances. So there should be an uptick in storm chances after the Wednesday period. Same situation for Montrose. While we're close to record temperatures this weekend, 89, 90 is right about where we should be for this time of the year. So it is just too hot, in my opinion, but at least it's not as hot as we were last summer. Same story for Sunday afternoon. I think our mountain zones will develop some storms because our high pressure system wiggles away. And with that, we open up just a little bit. We open up that window a little bit to get some storm coverage in just for the day. And then we'll revisit that opportunity for the middle of next week. Take a look at your screen. I want you to pay attention to these numbers or these letters highlighted in red, even the white one. This is important information for you. Heat safety tips, and I want you to at least adhere by as many as you can. If you're outside working, yeah, you need to pay attention to your dehydration. Make sure you rehydrate regularly. And as always, please check the back seat for your children and your pets, both of which should never be left alone in a car.